Well, I just got a call from KC, and it looks like he's got a new permission property, so we're gonna go check it out. He'll give you more details when he gets here, but I got some sweet tea and I got some gas in my truck. It's a good day.
All right, so as of about 30 minutes, I officially have permission to go out on this property. I've been in contact with this landowner for about 3 years, and we've been off and on about maybe me hunting out here or whatever, but I finally kind of worked up the courage to really say, hey, is it cool if I go hunt that place? And the answer is yes. So, pretty juiced up. I'm about to go hang a trail camera, put a little corn out in front of it, because we are a corn state, and we are a proud corn state. I might not hunt over a corn pile very often, but I will use it to do trail camera surveys because it's an effective tool. So, I'm going to roll down the road, hop out. Tyler's going to do a little bit of filming of me, but I haven't really hit this landowner up about another person being on the place. Sometimes it's good to not like hit him with too much at once, you know. So I'm going to strap some corn onto my backpack, go hang a trail camera, and see what's going down up in this little finger of timber.
Hadn't been a mile, and that little dude was sitting up there silhouetted on the hill along with another doe. I'd say that's a pretty good sign.
Another permissions property. This one I'm calling Sweat Equity. I just got permission today to be in here. I'm gonna go in here and hang a trail camera. I've got corn on my back to put in front of the camera. Should be pretty sweet. So the transition from hay pasture to thicket is pretty quick right here.
Got KC sent off, packed up with a little bit of corn, and he's on his way, walking down into the timber. He's going to do a little scouting session. He's got a pretty good little chunk to walk, more than I actually thought was going to be there. So it'd probably take a while. So what we're going to do is, or what I'm going to do, is I'm going to be riding the outer perimeter of this property, seeing where potential deer might come from, where they might be bedding, that might be using the property, you know, at night or whatever, and just trying to figure out how the neighborhood looks, essentially. So I'm excited about that too, and I'm excited about what he's going to find in there. I can't wait to see the video and the pictures.
This is beautiful, by the way. Giant cedar trees. Now that I'm in here, I'll take some time to slow down and talk about this place a little bit. So as to not inconvenience the landowner, and I'll give you all that suggestion. If you get permission on a property, do your best to not inconvenience the landowner in any way you can, no matter how well you know him. So as to not inconvenience the landowner, I parked my vehicle at the gate and walked in with this corn on my back instead of having him meet me over here to unlock the gate. I don't mind the workout and it keeps him from having to babysit me too much. So it's good for both of us. It's a lot more open in here than what I remember, but I think it gets thicker. Pretty much what this is a finger of timber that follows a spring creek back to a back fence in between two hay meadows. So I'm gonna head back to the back, see what kind of deer crossings are on that back fence, find a place to hang this camera, then kind of scout my way out.
You just needed something to me, take a trip to the stars, I can show you it all. Yeah, yeah. Don't nobody know while I'm on the road, all up in Japan, running it on my own. Hop off that phone, get it while I can. Picking up all them riches, I be digging for that gold. You just lead us up to me, I can show you my world, we can go through it all. You just leave it up to me, take a trip to the stars, I can show you it all. You just leave it up to me, I can show you my world, we can go through it all. You just lead us up to me.
You can tell this camera is shooting way out over the deer's heads. So I'm gonna stick this thing, which means you take it the stick. Just gonna take a big one on this one. I'll put it behind the top of the camera. Tilt it down. This is a handy feature. I like the camera placement. There's a lot of deer still using this area that I'm in right here. In fact, that's a fresh track right there in that mud bank. I think what I'm learning about this place on this little soil right through here is that there's a lot more bedding on this property than what I thought. There's bedding on both sides of the creek. Right here where I'm at, I'm on kind of the bigger bank or hill up from the creek. And I don't know if you can see behind me back here, but this is all like American beautyberry and briar thicket. And there's deer trails all up in here. So it might just be doe bedding, but it's good to know that it's here. Say we have an east wind coming off of this doe bedding hill right here. Sit down at the creek bottom and wait on a cruising buck to come through. Scent checking this whole hillside right down through the creek bottom. How do I know it's doe bedding, you ask? Well, voila. Duties. And it's thick as all get out up in here. On my hands and knees, trying to crawl out. But it's a cool spot. There's a doe bed right there. It's a cool spot because ow, son of a gun. We're really right on the edge of this hay meadow. Right here. And this right here, there will be a scrape on this tree before the season's over. As you can imagine, I'm pretty stoked about this property. There's a bunch of deer on it. I saw those 3. You know, nothing to get super excited about, but seeing deer's cool either way. They're still back there. And there's a bunch of deer sign on this place. So I'm ready to let that camera sit for about a week and a half and then come check that thing and see what we got going on here. It ain't public, but it's a permission. And that might even be harder to come by here in Texas.
All right, I'm sweaty and I just met up with Tej finally after doing a bunch of walking. 50 pounds of corn on your back in the Texas humidity and heat is no joke. Sorry, my eye contact with the camera isn't great because we're driving around the back side of this joint looking for Muy Grande and see if he steps out late in the evening. Deer were moving. I saw 3 walls back in there and it looks pretty dirty. So hopefully we can drive around and get a better idea of how the deer are moving around in this area. Spike in there. The other one looks like maybe a forky on one side and a spike on the other.
So right here is a property that I have permission to hunt. There's those raccoons in the road right there.
Oh, get them.
Dogs.
Are they?
I guess. No, they're raccoons.
Was it? Is it coons? I couldn't even tell.
Yeah, I think they're raccoons. Yep, there they go.
Dadgummit, they're headed to your corn.
Don't go down to get my corn. So anyway, we saw some deer across on the neighboring property. that were actually headed this way. So I'm thinking that there's a good chance that we actually see those deer on my trail cameras tonight at the feed stations there. And I'm pretty excited to see if there's a pattern that can be developed there to use in October.